walkie. Because you were so like
No, but it was, you must say it was a walkie, but it was a container.
Okay.
Donated, so but gangsters was sorted out, man. And it actually died down a lot. Okay. I can give you a lot of history of a lot of gangsters that is no more gangsters. I promise you that. And then Pagat is another one that also had a lot of dealings in there at that time. And I promise you they burnt gangsters out.
Yeah, I saw a few videos on YouTube where I was searching something and it popped up and what's it? So they were quite, I would say, because it's not coming to badmouth the law enforcement or the police, but the neighborhood formed that people and they start standing up because they were hurting their own people. So that's why they arise and say, no man, we had enough of this. You're working hard already to get something. Your own child, their own flesh and blood, steal from you, take from you, which is not good. And that is actually a good thing of them. But is that also part of the reason you are getting involved in the secretary of the Western Cape of Parks and
People in Parks?
People in Parks.
Yeah, it's a when you say you're working for the community and you're for the people, it has got an endless streak of things that you must do or can do. It doesn't just restrict you to one thing.
Yes.
It depends on all your capabilities or if you can manage it. But working for the people of a community or communities, you must remember it is a very, very vast thing.
Okay.
And out of the neighborhood watch, out of the policing or the security or whatever in the community, if you're moving to my role in the People in Parks, it's a completely different role, but it's also for the people.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about People in Parks. They are affiliated with all the national parks. So we have.
I want to know. You're also involved with the Secretary of the Western Cape of Parks and
People in Parks.
People in Parks.
Yes. It's a long journey on that Secretary of People in Parks. It's something that I never thought I would do, being a secretary. Okay. However, People in Parks is a program that has been spawned out of a very, very big company.
Okay.
I think you must have heard of them, Sandparks. So Sandparks is a very big company that runs all of the national parks. They actually the managing agents for the national park. Also remember, we as Khoi people, we know this land belongs to us.
Okay.
So they as managers of all our land, they should just know that they are managers only. That the land belongs to the Khoi people. However, so yeah, Sandparks is the manager. So it's a program that was spawned out of or came out of from the ground floor. They had all these high guys, but they never knew the people from the ground. So they made all these decisions from national parks, every national park and every Table Mountain. I mean, all of those things was made decisions only on top, but none of the people, the community, had any say in it. So People in Parks was a program that was brought up so that we can have the community's voice in there.
Okay.
So me as a delegate or a member, part of the People in Parks, we are the voice between the community and Sandparks. So we have that the connection, so that the people know what Sandparks is doing and Sandparks know what the people want.
Okay.
So then they work towards that. So there's a lot of things that's happening with Sandparks and all these national parks and privatization, where private foreigners buys pieces of land and houses within national parks, which is wrong.
Okay.
So many things, fisheries and forestries, where our people must we are not even allowed to catch fish.
Yep.
Or a certain fish, or you must. There's only a certain amount that you get. You have to get licensed to go and catch a certain kind of fish. There's so many things that falls under this whole spectrum of sand parks, people in parks, national parks. It's just a non-stop.
That's why I know the price of the fish now is high, because they must get licensing and all.
No, it's not high. It's Easter.
I'm just saying.
It's Easter. Every Easter you pay 200-300 rand for a fish.
Yeah, but that could be one of the reasons why with the licensing, they probably hype it. So that's why people. But that's actually we understand they need to be certain protocols, certain stuff. But when it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah.
We need to try and fix it. You also involved with what is it Noma House or?
It's called a mouse.
A mouse.
Yeah.
I don't have a tongue.
It's got a little click to it.
Yeah.
And Ngama House.
Can you explain, like, I don't know what it is, like our viewers a bit more into it?
I think there's a lot of people that is now, I think for the past 2 years, people has really been diving into history.
Okay.
And the Nama people is one of our biggest history that we have, and they're all from Namakwalan, all Northern Cape. That is where we were spawned. A lot of people that is actually coming from there. So Nama is only one. Then you have Griqua.
Okay.
You have the Korana. And there's
The Korana.
No, not the Korana drink. No, not the Korana drink. It's actually a tribe.
Okay.
And you know, our Khoi people, we had lots of different tribes. We were the Bushmen, we were Cape Malay, we were the Strandloper, Harry Strandloper.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of traditional houses.
Mm.
So Nama is just one of the biggest next to Griqua.
Okay.
And Griqua was probably the biggest that you can find. As you can see, even the government, they only recognize 5 tribes, which is wrong. But then again, it's all subsidiary tribes that is, say we are Nama. Now the council gets angry at each other. Now they have bickering. Now the one breaks loose and he goes and form his own little house, and so it forms a house and it develops. And so it's a lot of subsidiary tribes to the main tribes. So Nama is one of the main tribes and the biggest tribes that you can find.
So, like you say, we all are Khoi saying we that. Can I call it like colored, or is it?
No. We are not affiliated colored. Okay. Colored is a derogatory name that was given to us by the white people.
Okay.
Because they didn't want to know what ethnic to give us. Then they just decided, okay, you're colored.
Okay.
And now obviously if you're darker skin, then you're black. Okay. And if you're a lighter skin, then you're white.
And if you're in colored and black, you navy blue.
That's where the Indians come in.
Oh, that's the Indian part of life. But the reason why I ask is because let's say I want to find out like if I'm part of that, or if I'm how do you go about it?
You don't have to. You know what? You don't have to go and find out. You need to just you need to recognize, number one. Then you need to decide. Sometimes you can pick up a history, but that is normally under royal blood that you'll find. You can actually pick up, oh, okay, I'm part of the royal blood of this clan, or so. Let's say the Nama people. Now, my great grandfather was maybe a Nama from there.
Oh, okay.
So then you can work from that line. However, if you can't go that far, then you can decide, because it's still freedom of choice. But we are all Khoi people.
Oh, okay.
Khoi and San. That was it. It's just a lot of different tribes, but it's one Khoi and San. The Khoi and the San, and that is how these white people decided, okay, let's call them coloreds and keep them,
Confused.
uneducated and confused about the.
Obviously, the textiles that came in,
a whole lot of things, and
to keep
you'll find a lot of videos how people have been discussing about this whole ethnic thing.
Yeah.
So I do not affiliate myself as a colored. I don't recognize.
If you look at it back, just but is that part of the oppress?
Yes, remember when Jan van Riebeeck came here, when he took over here, these white people decided to erase our history, which they are still busy erasing.
Yes.
I can tell you for a fact, with a lot of facts, they're trying to erase it, but they can't, because I have just found out that Khoi people is not just the first inhabitants of South Africa. There is Khoi gene in every Chinese, in every European, in every United States person. So we are actually, our gene as Khoi people is all over the world.
Yeah, obviously, because with slavery and stuff, they came here, bought a few, go to Europe, you work with me, and so that's how we
and
also
they made children. And remember, the old is already washed out.
Yeah.
That old white is already washed out. I'm telling you, washed out, because it's been infused so much, so bad, that our gene is all over the world.
Yeah.
And that is a very, very, very interesting thing I heard. And when I went in and just a bit investigating a little bit more about it, I found out that is nothing else but the truth.
Yeah, that is just so that is like a global.
It's global. It's global. It's international. I'm telling you, it is. And this is the reason why I'm gonna tell you quickly something. This is the reason why the Khoi people has been fighting for their First Nation status for the longest time.
Yeah. They don't want to give it.
They don't want to give it. They won't give it. You know why?
Why?
We'll dominate.
Yes.